Hello, Mark Crossfield here. In my hand today, I've got the Callaway Big Bertha Driver. Now, this is quite exciting for me, to be honest, because Big Bertha is a brand and a driver that I grew up with playing. When I was playing at my height of playing junior, young adult kind of golf, Big Bertha Driver was everything. It changed the way I hit the ball and the way I drove. It totally moved drivers forward, which Callaway were really famous for in those days. So this is the Big Bertha 2014 driver. So have they got the same kind of level of innovation that they used to have? Let's hope so. Let's give this bad boy a hit, see what all the tech on it is about. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, Callaway Big Bertha Driver. So what are we getting? We're getting blue colourway, bit of chromed on the face with a darker bluish colour on the top. So you get this contrast from blue to chrome face, which is very appealing. We're getting sliding bar on the back with adjustable weight to help move into draw and fade biases, moving CG slightly, and it will change the kind of closure rate or your release rate of the club, subject to how you release the club a little bit as well on the way through. So for some people that won't work, and for some people it will. We get changeable neck, so we can change the lie and the loft independent of each other on these two clubs. So lie to affect left and rightness of the shot, again tuning in the direction, and the loft to change launch. We get a hyper speed face. I think Callaway are calling this face, it's their thinner, lighter face. I mean, who isn't doing that? Everyone's doing that, but that's what they're calling that. We get a forged composite crown, which Callaway have done for a long time, really. And I actually really like that in the Callaways. They say it makes it very light on top, so they can really play away or play around with the weight and stuff down around the bottom. On top, looking down at the club, we get the Callaway V. I do love this lineup line. It reminds me of the older Callaways as well. It's a really... It's a visual thing that I actually really like with their drivers. Now, putting this down by the ball, it's a 460 head shape. Callaway are saying this is kind of the ultimate gaming club. So it's, your beginners could use this, or people looking for drivers with handicaps and club players, but you'll get a few of these out on tour as well. And I can see why they're saying that. It presents down by the ball in a very pretty way. I've got it set all very neutral in a 9 degrees in the stock stiff shaft, Fubuki rayon shaft they're putting in these, which they're proud of. The white shaft going into the blue head looks great. The silver face of the darker crown looks brilliant, easy to line up, and it looks friendly. But it does look very gameable. It doesn't look massive like some drivers do, even though they're all kind of up to their massive 460 head shape, which is as big as you can go. You can have 460 and have different footprints, if you like, which make them look bigger and smaller. So look, let's give this a hit and see what it feels like. We have got some real numbers coming at you at the end of the video from GC2HMT. I've used my Pro V1 X balls that I game, and I'll present some real numbers to you. Let's give this one a hit. Looking forward to this. Here we go. Oh yeah, that feels amazing. Off the face. Feels really, really nice. Makes a very nice sound. It makes quite a big noise, but certainly not the biggest. And like I say, I think the acoustics of this is affected in a positive way often with this kind of crown they put on these clubs. I love the way it sits so neutrally down at the ball, but obviously you can change the lie and pitch, and you can slide the bar if you do want to manipulate the way it's going to change the flight of the ball in the air. Now look, everyone always asks if that works or not. It does work. It works on a robot. It makes sense. It's scientifically correct. If it'll work for you is the bigger question. Go and get fit and try it out for you. So if it works or not is not really a real question anymore. It works. How much it works for an individual player? Well, unless you get each individual player in here and I show you them hitting it, it'll work for some and not for others, depending on the way they're swinging, how they're releasing the club, what kind of numbers they're producing. Let's give this one another hit. Just looks so good down by the ball. I could so easily put this in the bag. I caught that one slightly out of the toe and it's still flying. Certainly no problem getting this one up in the air, but it's not a ballooning up. I'm looking forward to seeing the numbers on this one. Like I say, Big Bertha to me means a lot. It's in there from my golfing history. You know, I could so easily go back to a Big Bertha driver because I've got great memories of winning and playing in big tournaments using Callaway Big Bertha drivers. Right, let's give this one more hit and then we're going to present some numbers at you. Again, that's a great flight. Very friendly driver. I caught that one maybe a fraction towards the heel. It felt pretty stable through impact. Look, let's look at some numbers. You get a lot of tech on here. You certainly have no problem custom fitting and speccing this one up, which is what drivers are all about at the minute. It presents down by the ball very nicely. This is one of the nicest Callaway drivers I've seen in a long time, in my opinion. Let's see what the numbers are like and see actually how it performs when we get the old launch monitor onto it. Let's check those numbers out. So numbers time for the Callaway Big Bertha. Let's have a look at some of these numbers. So we're looking at a 14.2 degree launch angle. We're getting an average carry of 252. Now you'll see I'll hit a few more shots on this day. 241 on the first shot, 247 on the second to last shot. I wasn't hitting the ball that great on this day, so I had to hit a few more shots to get the averages where I know they should be. I mean, you can see when I hit a good one on the last one, 261, so quite a contrasting distance those on my quality of hit. First shot as well, spinning at 3000 res, where the last shot spinning at 2.2. So you can see the difference that strike makes over these clubs. If you're not hitting the middle of the club enough, you're going to get funny numbers no matter how many times you hit it. So when I was hitting the ball out the middle, it actually gets 261, 222 numbers from the launch one of GC2 HMT using my Pro V1 golf balls. Really, really good numbers. The other ones are purely because I'm hitting it out of the bottom, hitting it out of the top, these kind of things, or the bottom for that high spinny one. Look, I'm getting ball speeds 149. Average spin is again 2.5, but there's a few throwing out the averages there. This is a good low spinning, high launching driver. I wouldn't expect it to be anything else. I think the thing that's really interesting is Callaway are pushing this kind of driver, saying it's a driver for all, so from tour players to high handicappers, and I would kind of agree with them. The footprint down by the ball is nice and healthy. It looks big. It makes you filled with confidence as you look down at that. You still get great numbers, not too high spinning at all. You get the movable weights, obviously, and then the sliding bars on the back and the changeable neck, so plenty of changeability in there to fine tune for people who are able to hit the middle of the bat. Now you can see how the fine tuning makes little difference there, subject to where I'm hitting it on the face makes a much bigger difference. And that's the same with all clubs. But interesting, great performing club. I do like the look of that one. It sits great down by the ball, and I really do feel it could cross over many different standards of golfer like Callaway are advertising for, and I would actually agree with that. I think you could see tour players using this one, and definitely your average or beginner to handicap golfer, no problem hitting that club. Good numbers, good performing driver. Let me know what you think, guys. Post comments down below. Callaway Big Bertha, is it a brand that you grew up with like I did? Does it mean anything to you? It means a lot to me, and I'm pleased to see it come back with a bit of style, really. Thanks for watching. Post comments down below, and we'll speak to you soon. What's going on here? Don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.